Hey everyone, this is Christina D, aka Short on the Easel, with a little sit down and chat about something that's important to me, something that's been on my mind a lot lately, and something that I think we should talk about more, especially as creators online. And that is when all of the advice that we look up on how to be famous, how to gain subscribers, how to gain an audience fails, or doesn't go as planned or as expected. Because I can tell you from my own experience, I have the complete opposite of what most people experience, or most bigger creators who give this advice experience, and that's something they probably have experienced themselves and didn't talk about. And that's when you gain that popularity and you start gaining that following, but there's no even balance between that and the amount of views, the amount of likes, the amount of just interaction between your following and your content. It's it seems very unbalanced, no one's really even paying attention. It's despite this big number that's constantly growing, it's you're still screaming into a void. And you can follow the rules they give passion. You could just follow it down to the letter, put all of your heart and soul into it, be as passionate as you can about your content and what you post. And it can still flop. It can still get that weird imbalance. It can still just not work. And you want to know why? Because all of those rules, all of those points that they all give, they're general. They're just general guidelines. And they may or may not work for you. Some people it works, but a lot of people it doesn't. And I can tell you right now that push to want to put out more content constantly, like they always say to, in a lot of cases, especially in mine, it can lead to burnout. It can lead to just this restless feeling of, you need to get this done so you can pump out these 20 other ideas you want to do for videos. And then when you want to go do that, you have no energy. You're exhausted. You're drained. You feel like it's a chore. And it's not fun anymore. And that's not how it should be. And that's not how they say that it can be. They don't talk about when it fails, when it doesn't work. And that's because, again, it's general. What works for one genre of posts, of social media, may not work for something else. What works for gamers may not work for visual artists. What works for vloggers may not work for musicians. It's all general rules and guidelines, even though they say the exact same points from each genre of just video on here. And like art, there are no set rules. And we have to think about that. We have to accept that. And we don't. And when it doesn't work, we need to learn to reevaluate things. We need to step back, see what works, what doesn't, and learn from that. You can scrap whole ideas and whole plans for future videos. It's perfectly fine to do that. This whole thing is trial and error, and we want and almost need there to be some set guideline when there really isn't. And that's what I think we need to talk about more. The fact that it is trial and error. There is no set way to become popular on here. At any point, anyone can become popular. It's all a matter of chance. And to be honest, we don't take it into consideration. And we should. We shouldn't necessarily be doing things to be popular. We should be doing this because we want to and because it's fun. We shouldn't be burning ourselves out. So this was Christina D, and I will see you whenever the next video is.